Hello everyone, it's Techno Blaster, and welcome back to episode number 3 of our brand new Pokemon Renegade Platinum Nuzlocke here on the channel. In the last episode, guys, we went ahead and said goodbye to our mother, who gave us a very special gift indeed. And then we got some more encounters, and we battled Dawn as well, who proved to be a little intimidating. And we also did, that's actually about it, pretty much. We made our way to Jubilee here, of course. But in today's episode, we're going to be exploring a little bit of Jubilee, getting some encounters, and maybe doing a few battles as well. So we get right for some more Renegade Platinum, and of course, if you want to show your support, make sure you smash the link down below for us, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. But, there's something a little bit different about this episode. And that is that, when I recorded this episode, I apparently beforehand accidentally turned off something within the screen recording app that I use that basically made it so that it didn't record my audio or the game's audio. So you will be hearing some sort of background music as well, but also I have to post-comm this, so that's fun. It's the first time I ever had to do something like this, so we'll see how it turns out. But yeah. And there's also something else that I was talking about here, where like, this game was like, I'm probably gonna taking certain parts of this game a bit slower. Oh, never mind, we got Team Recap first. First we have Seed at level 9, our Miracle Seed holding level 9 Bulbasaur. Did I say level 9? I feel like I did. Who's Hardy Nature, of course, over Goro. I can find up Tackle, Leech Seed, and Growl. Then I'm actually have Morgana, who is back, of course, back from Sacred Gold. Level 9, our Intimidator Eevee with Runaway, Rock and Covet, Bite, Tail, Whip, and Sand Attack. So glad to have him back. Next we have Lomfrey, level 9, our Hard-Natured Bidoof with Simple, Rock and Headbutt, Tackle, Defense Curl, and Growl. I was talking about how I was considering at the time putting him in the box, after we got more encounters, because we already have a normal savior in Morgana, and even though we're going to be evolving Morgana soon, we don't need 2 normal types early game, at least. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have more Pokemon, but at the same time, 2 normal types doesn't really do a whole lot for us. So yeah, anyways, next we have Skeeto at level 9, our Mystic Water holding Intimidator Sir Skit, who likes sweet food, by the way, who goes Swift Swim, with Bubble, Bug Bite, Quick Attack, and Sweet Scent. And then last but not least, of course, we have our Starter Podum, level 11, Assassinated Kingjar holding the Charcoal Blaze, rocking Ember, Scratch, Leer, and Taunt. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna get an encounter here, but something I want to mention is that I'm gonna be taking this game a little bit slower at times, because this is a mostly blind experience for me, because Sacred Gold I knew a decent amount about because I'd seen other Sacred Gold and Storm Silver playthroughs, but this one is obviously fresh out the oven, so I haven't seen much of that. Also, we got Paralyze Heal. So yeah, I'll be taking this game a little bit slower than I would normally, so if you don't like that, then skip certain parts. Anyways, our encounter on this route is a Weedle, as it turned out to be. And what I ended up doing, I remember, is I checked the documentation, because I plan to do that for most wild Pokemon that we encounter, just so I can see what their final evolutions are like and stuff. And I found that actually Beedrill, for one thing, in this version that we're playing, the complete version, gets adaptability as one of its abilities. It also gets Swarm, but it now gets adaptability as its primary ability. And it also gets plus 25 to its attacks, so it's now at 115. It now has 95 special defense and base 95 speed. And it has 5 less special attacks, if no one cares about that. And it's now compatible with Bug Buzz and Fly. So that's cool. And it has a pretty neat level of moveset as well. It gets X-Scissor, Cross Poison, Drill Peck, Drill Run, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So what I decided to do here is, first of all, Leech Seed. Because we have that now. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, before I even recorded the original episode, I did a little bit of grinding, got everyone up to at least level 9, as you probably figured out by now. Jesus Christ, Beetle gets outraged. I just looked at the fucking documentation. But yeah, here I was just you know what, I'm gonna play it safe. Weedle shouldn't be too hard to catch, as it breaks out of the first ball immediately. But yeah, I was thinking, it's a Weedle, it shouldn't be too hard to catch. At least he does more damage. Basically, my plan here was just, letting Leech Seed do anything I needed it to do. And yeah. So we're gonna use another Pokeball here. Also, sorry if you think that the way in post-comm is a little bit janky, but this is the easiest way that I can do it with what I have. So, and I figured this is whatever I do here is better than this purely silent episode. Anyways, we caught the Weedle, as you can see. It is a hairy bug Pokemon. It eats its weight in leaves every day. It fends off attackers with a needle on its head. And I spent a little bit of time thinking about what I want to name this thing. But ultimately, I decided on the name that I had on a shiny Beedrill that someone genned for me way back in the Oris days, and we shall wait for me to actually enter it. See, I can't even tell what I was exactly what I was saying at the time, because not even I can hear what I was saying here. But yeah, so I decided to go ahead and name this thing Kamina after like I said, the one that I had, since I couldn't really think of a better name. And it went straight to a party, of course, because they don't have a full team of 6, so I decided to check it out, and it actually ended up being an Adamant Weedle, which is fucking amazing. Because, Beedrill obviously is a physical attacker, so you want all the physical attack you can get. And with a base 115 attack stat, and adaptability, and a plus attack nature, be a fucking monster. So anyways, yeah, next I decided to, of course, head back to the Pokemon Center and heal up. And okay, I guess did I decide? No, I didn't decide to put it in the PC. I thought I might have, but no, not yet. So the next thing I want to do is head over to this route over here, because we can get another encounter here via the old rod, which we also get from this kind man, which I walked right by originally because I was too focused on the actual encounter itself. But yes, he gives us his old rod. And apparently he also gives us dive balls in this game, courtesy of Drayano, so that was nice of him. And yeah, so he's just gonna give us fishing tips, which we don't really need because I know how to fish in Pokemon. I'm not really that great on fishing in real life. Anyways, and instead of the usual, I think it's an X item of sorts here, Drayano was cool enough to put the TM for Water Pulse, which actually has 99 of them, because that was the best thing Drayano could do to kind of simulate the infinite TMs thing that Gen 5 had. So you have 99 of them, which is cool, and I decided to take one to Skeeto, of course, because we want the best moves we can get. So I got rid of Bubble for Water Pulse, and yeah, we still have 98 of them left to use, so that's cool. And of course, while we're here, I decided to go into my bag and register the old rod, because that's probably what I'm going to end up using more than the bicycle, because I tend to, I don't know what it is, but in my LP videos, I guess I tend to walk and run more places than I do with the bike. I guess because it's easier to control and stuff. Anyways, we got Pokemon first try, and I want you to take a wild guess as to what it was. That's right, it was a Magikarp. It was a level 10 Magikarp. So what I decided to do essentially is just do the same kind of thing I did with Weedle, which is Leech Seed, and I think I ended up using Tackle once. And yeah, it wasn't too hard to catch, with the dive balls that the guy gave us, and Leech Seed damage and stuff. I mean, and also the fucking Magikarp. Magikarp character isn't that bad. But I also decided to check out the documentation. I don't know if I'm guessing I did that later, because yeah. But Gyarados, well, first of all, Magikarp gets Bounce now at level 15 in this game, which is cool. But also Gyarados now learns the TM for Hurricane. But also gets some other cool moves like Dragon Rage, Crunch. Well, I guess Crunch. I'm pretty sure I got most of these normally, so I don't think he did too much to Gyarados actually. But yeah, first Dive Ball captures the Magikarp. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place because, like I said, this was my first post-comm, so it'll either be really good or really bad. But either way, I figured it's better than the silent episode. So he covers as a Magikarp. A Magikarp living for many years can leap a mountain using Splash, however the move still remains useless, as it is. And what I decided to do is name this thing the general name that I've been giving my Gyarados as of late, which is Havoc. I think we had Havoc in, was it Moon Emerald, or do we name that one Levi? I can't remember. I've gone back and forth a lot, but yeah, we need this one Havoc. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I want to go over here. So now we're heading back into Jubilife, and I believe the first thing we're going to do is deposit our Weedle and check out our, oh no, we're going to go over here and get a Quick Claw from this person over here with a Pachirisu and a Pikachu. And I think I talked to everyone else as well, just to see if anyone else gives us anything, but they didn't really give us much. And Slay also talks a lot, because apparently she's a teacher, I think. Or no, she just sounds like she's a teacher. Hello, darlings. My Pokedex quite fetching. It's the latest design that just came out. I obtained it instantly, of course. Apparently simply lost without a Pokedex. Yep. And did you buy some heal balls at the Pokemon? A heal ball completely heals a Pokemon to capture on the spot. Battle ready. 6 Pokemon won't do anything. Just as useful as a Pokeball. Like a Pokemon use attacks. That makes things fun and different. Oh yeah. And I made a comment here. It's like saying like, you know, it's like saying like, oh yeah, I like how humans can say words. Like, it's like a generic thing to say. Like what? Anyways, I believe now is where we head back into the Pokemon Center and heal up, maybe? Or do we just check out our Pokemon? No, we heal up first, of course. And I sped this part up, of course, because you know, no one really cares about healing. And then I decided to pop into the PC, deposit young Weedle, because we don't need to be able to know him, because we already have a bug type. And I also decided to check out Havoc, who unfortunately ended up being timid. You know, you can't win them all, it seems. But, you know, we got Nat and Weedle, so not complaining. And we already have a better water type option in Squirtle, in case we need it. So that's pretty nifty. Anyways, next thing we decided to do, of course, is head over to the trainer school and get the scope lens, which I believe was like probably like a potion or something in the original game, so shout out to you, Drayano, for taking it. Anyways, hey Techno, did you come and stay too? I went ahead and memorized everything that was up on the blackboard. After all, the trainer shot to avoid having to press Pokemon hurt in battle, right? So, Techno, what brings you, huh? You got something for me? And of course we deliver the parcel to him. Score the town map. Oh, why are there 2 in here? I like it a lot, but I don't need 2. Here's Techno, you take 1. And I remember I made a comment here about like, you know, like why are there 2 in there? If like you know, she could have just given us ours and then put his in the parcel and told us to give it to him. But, you know, logic has no place in Pokemon games. We know that by now. Well, according to the town map, I guess Oreburgh City is where I should be going next. There's a chance it'll be perfect for raising the Pokemon I just caught. Well, on the road to becoming a great trainer of all time. See you later. So yeah, he's out of there. And next thing I have to do is talk to this here cowgirl. Well, how there? You're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? Have y'all heard about the Pokemon daycare in Solution Town? It's a place where you can ask old Mom and Pa to raise your Pokemon. Sometimes there's even a special surprise with Pokemon egg. A special promotion here's an egg just for you. It's got cute baby Pokemon inside. Oh yeah, she gives us the egg. Forgot about that. Well, please take good care of that baby Pokemon now. Keep that egg warm when your Pokemon party and it'll hatch in no time. Yeah, that kind of cowboy-ish voice I can do really well. For some reason, I call it my redneck voice technically, but I mean it's not really a redneck voice per se. But yeah, the egg hatches pretty easily. It doesn't hatch until after these 2 battles. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it hatches pretty quickly. It hatches in this episode for sure. Anyways, next thing I decided to do is battle these 2 trainers here for the experience, and also just kind of, you know, show them off. So you have School Kid Harrison, who has an Abra. Now, I don't know if Drayano did anything to Abra, but I wasn't going to check documentation because, like I said, I'm only going to do that for wild Pokemon. If I did that for trainer Pokemon, it would be kind of cheating. But yeah, I don't know if Drayano gave Abra like any kind of psychic type move at this point. So I guess, like, you know, just play it safe, go into Surskit. He goes for Hidden Power apparently, which is resisted on Surskit, so I guess it was fighting. I remember hearing something about like Hidden Power fighting being like the most common Hidden Power type for NPCs, just do like game code shit or whatever. I'm not sure really, but we go for the Bug Bite, and because it's an Abra, Frail as hell, it instantly dies, which is nice. So yeah, we had some nice experience there. And this other guy, this kid's other Pokemon is a Psyduck. So of course, you know, go back into Caesar, because even this thing has confusion, which I don't think it ended up having. It's not stabbed, so Caesar would have been able to take it. But, yeah, so basically I just going to Caesar here, and Vine with this thing a couple times, and that was all she wrote for, School Kid Harrison. So yeah, it goes for a Water Gun, of course, and, you know, we eat that, because we're a Grass type. Basic type advantages. And we go for another Vine Whip, and like I said, that is it for School Kid Harrison. So yeah, and of course that's level 10 for Caesar, which was also cool and dandy. You know, level ups are always nice, especially some things that happen later in the episode, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So yeah, this guy just kind of says some generic shit, and then we talk to this girl over here, and decide to battle her as well. And she is a lot tougher than her friend Harrison over there. We have Christine here, who has a Ralts. Now, I knew for a fact that Ralts would have, you know, a Psychic-type move. So, I, again, went to Skeeto, because, you know, Bug-type against a Psychic-type. And, it goes for Confusion. which does quite a bit of damage. It does 9 points of damage. So, in the sake of, not wanting to be critted this early in the game, I decided to heal up, just to be safe, even though our potions are a little bit limited. I think our potions are limited now, just wait till later. But yeah, so I heal up, and goes for Confusion again, which does the same 9 from full. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go for a Bug Bite and see how much that does. And it does less than half, which is fun. So it goes for another Confusion, which does, again, exactly 9. So now I have to heal no matter what, because, no matter what, we cannot kill this thing, but we can definitely be killed by a Confusion. So, obviously, in the interest of not wanting any deaths this early in the game, I heal up. Goes for another Confusion, does the same 9 again, so I go for Water Pulse this time, so like, you know what, maybe Mystic Water boosted, maybe this will do more. And he lives on like a tiny sliver, goes for another Confusion, which does 9 again. So I go for Quick Attack, thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna outplay this girl, and she heals, so that's fun, which we get a crit, at least, so that was nice. That was nice of Skeeto. But again, same thing as before, I have to heal or else I'll die, because there's nothing I can do that will kill this thing from here, but I will be killed by Confusion if I don't heal, so I heal. Goes for Confusion again, does the same 9, rolls don't exist here. So I go for another Water Pulse, thinking, will this kill? It might kill. And of course, again, lives on a tiny sliver. Goes for Confusion, and crits me. And down goes Skeeto. Despite all that I was saying in the original episode about, oh yeah, I don't want to be critted this early in the game, I don't want to lose a Pokemon this early in the game, nope, the game said, fuck you, you're gonna get critted, and you're gonna die. And then I was just like, I was making a bunch of sarcastic comments, but, I love being critted, isn't it just the best getting critted this early in the game, and shit, and... But despite that, I really was upset about Skeeto. Like, I was looking forward to using a Surskit. Like, the only time I ever used a Surskit before this was back in my first ever Nuzlocke I did on the internet, which was, of course, Omega Ruby. And shortly after it became a Masquerain, I boxed it, because I just didn't need a Masquerain. Like, I wanted a Water type, and, Masquerain loses its Water typing once it evolves. So yeah, okay, I want to see something. I wonder, did Drayano change Masquerain to be a Water type? If it did, I'm gonna be pissed. He actually did. Masquerain is Bug Water in this game. Are you actually kidding me? Also, yeah, Morgana learns Quick Attack, cool stuff. And does Girls Little Pokemon as a Staryu, which, same thing as Psyduck, I guess go into Caesar. And, manhandle it pretty easily. Oh my god. And Masquerain actually has really good stats, too. Like, I want you to know, it has... Okay, I'm gonna read all its stats. Okay, it has the same base 70 HP that it normally has. It has base 50 attack, which is 10 less than it usually has. It has base 50 defense, which is 12 less than it usually has. But it has 110 special attack, which is 10 more than usual. It has 100 base special defense, which is 18 more than usual. And it has 100 base speed, which is 20 more than usual. So Masquerain actually really did get buffed. And he also learns Bug Buzz by TM. He learns Hurricane, Fly, Surf, Waterfall. And by level up, he gets, probably like similar moves that he normally gets, but still, it's like, of course I lost Surskit when Masquerain was actually good in this game. What level, hold on, I want to see something. What level does Surskit evolve? I'm gonna actually check this real quick. Does Surskit evolve? But yeah, and then like they're just talking, and like I think this guy gives us hidden power. It was level 22, which wasn't too far away. It's after the first gym, which it's nice. Skeeto wouldn't have been that handy in the first gym, because it is a Water type, but it's also a Bug type. So I guess there are pros and cons, but I would have really liked to use Masquerain, especially with how buffed it was. Oh yeah, and Cedar learned Razor Leaf. I didn't even realize. I completely forgot about that. Which I got rid of. I think I got rid of Growl for because, I wanted to keep Vine Whip around in case we need a move with perfect accuracy. Oh, and the egg is hatching, and ended up hatching into a Bonsly. So that was interesting. I know, pretty much I'm pretty sure that egg is the one you get in the original Gen 2 games, or it's a random chance to be any baby Pokemon. So you know what? I mean, Bondsley could work. Oh yeah, and I think here I was checking the documentation for Sudowoodo stuff, which I will also do here. Sudowoodo has buffed attack, buffed HP, buffed defense, buffed special defense, and still the same base 30 special attack and speed. So I just gave this thing a random name because I didn't really have a name for it. And yeah, Sudowoodo actually is not bad in this game. So I was like, you know what? I'll probably add this thing to my team. I won't grind it up right now. Of course, I'll wait until after the episode to grind it up and grind up anything else. And well, obviously, we're gonna need to grind up a new water type as well. Look, by the way, we have a Squirtle and a Surskit. I mean, a Squirtle and a Magikarp in a PC. Who do you think we're gonna go with? But yeah, I was just looking at the Bonsly there, and it actually ended up being like the opposite of Chimchar's nature, which I actually commented on, like, you know, if they had swapped natures, because, like, you know, obviously Chimchar would benefit from a boosted speed nature, and Bonsly would benefit from a lower speed nature and a boosted special defense nature. So if they'd like literally, like, if they were like trade natures, that would have been perfect. But yeah, and then I think I went through the whole process of naming this box, which I was kind of thinking, like, you know, I could go with like my whole, like, you know, usual like yeet and yikes thing, or I could go with, like, you know, my Danganronpa thing and go with, like, you know, hope and despair. But I ended up going with neither of those, actually. I went with something new for this, and I went with actually a Persona reference. Actually, well, Persona references for both of them, but this one I ended up naming Shutdown. If you get, I mean, I'm not gonna explain the reference now, but if you get it, then cool. If not, then go watch Persona 5. Yeah. And then for this one, I couldn't really think of a good Persona 5 like name to give this thing. So I went with the Persona 3 name, which you should also check out, by the way. Check out the entire Persona series. Well, Persona 3, 4, and 5. I don't know much about 1 and 2, but I mean, those are like old games. And no one really cares too much about those, I want to say. Like, I mean, people care a lot more about Persona 3, 4, and 5, so yeah, check out those. Anyways, I named it after the main team in Persona 3, which is just called SEES, which is an acronym for... Okay, I don't remember it for one thing, also I'm not going to go over it here. But yeah, obviously, you know, Squirtle being Squirtle, I decided to add it over Magikarp because Magikarp would not have been very useful. And then I just moved everything else over because, you know, why not? Empty space in the PC, you know, OCD shit. So yeah, and then what I decided to do for the rest of the episode is I want to try to get one more encounter, see if, like, you know, we can get something to fill our team a little bit more, and like maybe replace Bidoof like I, you know, originally planned on. But so but also I remember that there was a battle that we had to do. Okay, well, first we had to talk to this guy who gives us the Pokedex, and I remember I didn't even give him a voice originally because I was like, you know, he's probably gonna, like, you know, give us a whole bunch of shit about, like, you know, oh, go find the clowns and shit. But he actually just gave us the Pokedex straight up and didn't do as much talking as I thought it would, so that was nice of him. But yeah, we got a battle to do against our boy Ken. So I was like, you know what, I think we should be okay for that. Boy, was I wrong. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But first, of course, I want to buy some more potions, because we used up quite a few in that battle there against the Rolts. Of course, it was kind of in futility, because we ended up losing Surskit anyways, but, you know, I was hoping to avoid that. Anyways, here we are with our boy Ken. Hey, Techno, tell me you got a little bit tougher. Me and you... burp. Sorry about the burp. Anyways, yeah, we're talking about Pokemon Trainer Ken, who started off with Starly. And it was at this moment that I realized that outside of the Bonsly that we have, which is level 1, we don't really have anything for flying types. So I decided to just go into Morgana. In my mind, that was, like, you know, pretty much the best thing we had to deal with this Starly. And he goes for Growl, so I'm like, okay, great. I mean, I could try going into Chimchar, but Chimchar is a lot more frail than Morgana is. So I went for the Covet, and he has Wing Attack, which does a lot of damage. And I realized that if he got a crit, then Morgana would be dead from here, and I wasn't having any of that, because you guys know how special Morgana is to me. And I was not going to risk Morgana like this, even if, like, the chance of a crit is slim. I was not going to risk my boy Morgana like this early in the game. We haven't even evolved him yet, come on now. So I was looking at her Pokemon stats, and ultimately, for a few different reasons, I decided to go into Lamprey. For one thing, admittedly because, I mean, I didn't say it in the actual episode, but for one thing because he's kind of our most expendable team member. Like, at least, like I went along for it with the mindset of, this is the team member that we have that I can afford to be the most risky with. So he goes for wing attack again and leaves me on 5, so I go for headbutt, get a solid chunk of damage off, but of course, I have to heal. And I only have potions, so I can only heal up to 20. Which, doesn't obviously do as much as I would have needed it to. So he goes for quick attack again. He goes for quick attack, trying to outplay me. So of course I had to heal again because I'm at half. And this is where the fun begins, to say the least. So yeah, he goes for another wing attack, which does a lot more than it did before. Well, only like 2 more, but still, it's like half my HP bar. And like, obviously, another one has the chance of killing. So basically, my mindset at this point was like, I'm just gonna keep healing until he does, like, until he leaves me on 18 again, like he did before. And he gets a crit and leaves me on 1. So that was fun. Actually, if I hadn't healed last time, I would have just lost Lomfrey straight up. So of course, I had no choice but to heal, even though I couldn't heal myself all the way. So he goes for another quick attack, of course, and yeah, this is. Luckily at this point, I can fully heal myself with a potion. So at this point, again, I was just hoping for RNG to bless me with a low roll on his part. He goes for quick attack though, which does a little bit less than wing attack would have, so that was good. So I just go for another headbutt, and of course, wing attack. I can live that. And of course, I get another headbutt off, and that leaves him on 1. But unfortunately, BU doesn't have any priority, so I couldn't go for that. So instead, of course, my only option was to heal again. This is where I end up using pretty much all my potions, actually. But unfortunately, he also heals, which put me in a I mean, like, obviously, like, at this point, all I could do at this point was headbutt. But, yeah, he goes for another wing attack, and leaves me on a not preferable HP amount, and I only have 2 potions left. So this is where it started to get quite a bit more stressful. Because it started with doing a lot more damage to me than I can afford, and I am running out of potions fast. He goes for another wing attack, leaves me on 18 like I wanted in the first place. He goes for another wing attack, leaves me on 2 HP, and I go for a headbutt, and at this point I'm thinking, well, I don't want to use my very last potion on Lomfrey to heal, and I can't send in anyone else, because obviously they're going to take some damage, and then I have to use a priority move, and actually the only Pokemon that has a priority move right now is Morgana. I didn't realize that at the time. But obviously I didn't want to take, a hit like that on Morgana, just switching in. So ultimately, I decided that I was just going to let Lomfrey go. I was saying at the beginning of the episode that I wanted to, possibly box him anyways. So I was like, you know what? I just need to let Lomfrey go down. Send in get a clean switch into Morgana, and go for a quick attack and just knock this thing out. And that's exactly what I did. I think my only concern at this point was him possibly outspeeding my priority with his quick attack, which didn't end up happening. I guess he just didn't go for quick attack. Which is good, because that would have probably done a lot as well. So the Starlight Finalight goes down, and he gets a Munchlax, which of course is not something that I want to deal with. So my best idea was going into Caesar here, and my plan was to go for a Leech Seed on him, and just kind of whittle him down that way, Leech Seed and Vine Whip. So that's exactly what I did. I went for a Leech Seed, because obviously I only had 1 potion left. I needed to, do it whatever I could, and that was the safest idea that I had. And he reveals Rock Tomb. So I was like, okay, great. So now I can't go into Chimchar no matter what, because I'm gonna take a lot of damage from Rock Tomb, because I'm frail and it's super effective. And then we get some Leech Seed damage off, of course. Also, he did 10 damage to me with Rock Tomb, which is to my Bulbasaur with Rock Tomb, which is still not fun. So I go for Razor Leaf, of course, it's my strongest move, and it does a decent amount. He goes for Rock Tomb again, so that was fine with me, because as long as he doesn't do too much damage to me, which he's still doing about the same as before. But then I get Leech Seed recovery back, so that's fine. Anyways, so yeah, then I go for another Razor Leaf, and he busts out Metronome, and he gets Aero Blast. And I was like, okay, well, your special attack isn't that great, so I should be able to live this, and I do, with 3 HP. So that was quite scary, to say the least, and unfortunately, Razor Leaf puts it to a point where Leech Seed will finish it off. But that was also It was a curse and a blessing, because obviously we know what his last Pokemon was, and because of what it was, I have no choice but to stay in with Caesar, because it's a Piplup, and my other Pokemon are an injured Eevee and a Fire type, and of course 2 Pokemon that are low level, so they couldn't handle this thing anyways. So I had no choice but to use my very last potion on Caesar here to heal him up, not quite up to full, and Piplup his Peck, which does a decent amount to me. It does 10 points of damage again. So at this point, I was like, oh great, am I gonna lose Caesar too? Because, like, obviously, there was nothing I could switch into. Like, even if I switched into, like, you know, someone like No-Pud or Crichton to sack them off, I have no potions, so I can't even do that, like, you know, anyways. So, ultimately, I realized that, like, all I can really do, and, like, you know, Leech Seed wouldn't be worth it, because, yeah. Because he's gonna do another, he's gonna peck me again, which is gonna do another 10. And, of course, I get, like, barely enough to, you know, live again. So I realized that my only option was to go for a Razor Leaf and hope for the best. And he goes for Peck again, which of course, fortunately, doesn't get a crit. If he got a crit, I would have probably actually lost, straight up. But yeah, I go for a Razor Leaf, and I'm like, is this gonna kill though? I don't think it's gonna kill. But it kills, fortunately, and it wasn't even a crit, so I got lucky there. And yeah, that is it for the rival battle. So we did lose Lamphrey, unfortunately. But like I said, it was like, you know, the best option I have. But yeah, this game was wake up call after wake up call. I need to grind. And my tablet ended up running low on battery here, so I just kind of ended up dismissing that and went and got my charger real quick. But yeah. What do you mean I lost? Well, that's it. That's the last time I'll ever lose. I'm going to be the world's toughest trainer, and you know it. The first thing to do is take on the Oreburgh City Pokemon Gym. I'm going to toughen out for that totally. Oh yeah, Techno, there are 2 another item in that parcel. Here you go. And yeah, it gives us an experience show, which is a surprise for me. It's like, okay, thanks, I guess. I mean, that ended up actually, fun fact, because I've already done my grinding after this episode. So that actually ended up being very helpful for grinding up Bonsley, which I did decide to do because we didn't have a rock type on the team. So I was like, you know what, why not? And yeah, this is the team I planned on grinding up. I did end up adding 1 more Pokemon, which I will show you guys in the next episode. But yeah, oh yeah, and I forgot, we actually have 1 more encounter again, Dilly. Because yeah, that was the whole point that I wanted to go over there, is I wanted to get an encounter, see if it was something I could benefit from. And yeah, that's the whole reason why I went through the rival battle now, instead of, you know, next episode. So yeah, we got our encounter, and it is a, well, first we got a Bidoof, which, a bit too soon, but you know, more importantly, it was Dupe's Claws, so I could just run away from that. So I go for a re-encounter, and what do I find but a Lotad? Which is not something that I could really need on my team, because it's a grass and water type, and we already have both. So I was like, great. And like, you know, there wasn't really too much I could do. Like, the best thing I could do to, like, you know, hurt this thing was, like, you know, tackle it a couple of times. Because I can't leech seed it because it's the grass type. And he goes for Growl, which, I mean, works in my favor, because, like, you know, it makes me less likely to kill him. And then he goes for Astonish, of course. And then I'm like, you know what? This is all I can do, so I just throw a Pokeball, and I'm pretty sure I actually ended up catching it first ball, so shout out to you, Lotad, because I still have over 30 Pokeballs from the ones that Dawn gave us. So yeah, we caught ourselves a Lotad, which, I mean, wouldn't be a bad Pokemon, like, you know, if we eventually need a grass and a water type. So yeah, Lotad has to get out of the Pokedex. We have the Water Weed Pokemon. It looks like an aquatic plant and serves as a fairy to Pokemon that can't swim. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Anyways, I ended up naming this thing. I was kind of like, you know, hesitating a bit because like I didn't know, because I had a couple names for this thing. I didn't know which one to go with. But I think in the end, eventually, I ended up going with this name here, which ended up being Samba. That's like, you know, one of my usual names for Ludicolo, so I was like, you know, why not? And it kind of fit. I mean, the way it sounds, it kind of fits a female one too, a little bit more than the other one is. But it actually ended up being Relaxed Nature, which isn't bad for a Ludicolo. And over here I come, and I found a Shroomish, which apparently just needed an Oranberry. So if we ever get an Oranberry and I remember, I'll come back and give it to this thing. We get a Silk Scarf. I just figured there'd be an item there, that's why I wanted to go over and get it. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that girl's a trainer or not, but on the off chance she is, I ain't risking any more battles in this episode. You know, I don't think she'd be that problematic even if she was just a random trainer, but I mean, hey, you never know. And yeah, it was at this point where I was like, you know what, okay, I'm just gonna end off the episode here. There are some more encounters I could get, like the one in Orberg, like the one in the Orberg cave and other stuff, but I decided to put that off until the next episode. And yeah, I was just like, you know what, I can't grind up my team at this point, because now at this point we have 2 Pokemon that are severely underleveled, and 3 that are, that probably could get by at this point, but I wouldn't want to risk. Going forward with only 3 Moms, and they're not the most. I mean, they're pretty diverse, but we have a grass type, a fire type, and a normal type. So I just wanted to grind up. So yeah, it takes a while to save. And that is it for the episode. So if you guys enjoyed, and of course if you want to show your support, make sure you smash the link below for us, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. But I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, I'm out. Bye. Oh yeah, I also want to apologize, just for the whole post-comm thing in the first place. Again, I don't know if it turned out better or worse than normal episodes, but I mean, obviously I'm gonna try my best to make sure this doesn't happen again. But yeah, I just want to apologize. Hope you guys still enjoyed it anyways. I don't know. I mean, like I said, no matter what, it's better than this being just a completely silent episode. So yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next normal episode. Bye.